Okay, welcome everyone again to this national officers meeting. We had hoped that by now the Nigerian office, which is the country director and the team, we would have been able to kickstart a lot of things. And that's why if you watch for the first 8 weeks, which ends today, you didn't get any message from the headquarters, and it was deliberate. And what we're trying to do was to allow each of the countries where we are established take initiative, do what they need to do. Last year, we put a lot of effort in developing a structure to run the organization. Now, when you are brought into an organization, and especially when you have been asked to serve, there is already a blueprint that you are meant to follow. And last year we had several meetings where we explained the blueprint. But during the implementation, please, can we mute our mics, please? Please, can everybody mute your mic, please? I will appreciate that because I want to record this. Let's mute our mics. Having now given a blueprint, please, can we all mute our mics? Just since one person is speaking, everybody mute your mics so we don't get background noise. Please. I will appreciate that. Thank you. So what I have observed is we already have terms of engagement for everyone. And I found out from the country director, she had sent everybody their job description. So when you have a job description, that tells you what you are supposed to do. We've also had several meetings the whole of last year explaining what each person, based on your roles, you are supposed to do. Then also when we had complaints that because everybody could not be in Abuja, that we need to have a team of people who are local in Abuja to further strengthen the structure, we now set up an executive committee to play specific roles. And then before the end of last year, we drew out a blueprint for this year that shows all the programs for this year, all the activities of this year, what is expected of each officer, what they're expected to do. And I told the country director to send it individually to everyone. So I was hoping, now that all positions are properly organized, we even went ahead to even create vice presidents to cover the 6 geopolitical zones. I was expecting that by now we would have seen very serious progress. I had to speak with the country director explaining that why am I not getting any feedback in terms of what is happening? I want to assume that maybe it's the new year and all the activities, but this is 8 weeks gone in this year. So that's why my goal for this meeting, please, if this meeting logs out, please use the same link to log back in because we are only limited to 40 minutes. So I want to just run through briefly. Then if you are having any challenges, except maybe you have not been notified as to what to do, if that is the case, then the country director will take responsibility for that. So we already have a structure. We already have a plan. We even already have the total activities for this year. What is left now is for people to take action. And I'm holding the country director responsible and the national president for this. Why things? So if after this meeting we don't see progress, now the international headquarters we're already doing our own activities, trying to structure, which I will explain a few things. So I want to say that if you have been selected into leadership, that is the highest level of trust. Some of you, I don't even know where you come from. I've not even known some of you, like the national president. Now, I've not known him up to maybe 3 years at most. But I took the step of faith to say, even if I don't know, many of people will say, if you are doing something, if you are the founder, make sure you gather people who are loyal to do. I've not done that. Some of you, I don't even know so much about you, but because of the little I see, I say, you know what, this vision is bigger than me. I went ahead to entrust leadership. Now, with this confidence that's been given to you, all we expect of you now is to say, what would you have me do? And that is what I believe we have already sent out. But I'm just going to run through it. And after this meeting, I want each of you to take responsibility. We have 10 good months to go in this year. And I assure you, we can make a difference. As of today, we have close to 90 persons in our leadership team. Talking about the African Regional Coordinator, we now have somebody who's coordinated the entire Africa. We have board members, about 14 of them. We have one president. We have 6 vice presidents. We have national officers and their assistants. We have executive committees, those who are local to Abuja, who will run things. We have sector group leaders. So we have the team. Now, I'm waiting to see you people take initiative to do what is needful. And I'm holding the country director responsible and the national president. And then the board members also have their role to play. But I will give us 6 months to turn around this society for the better, following the blueprint that has been laid. Because in any organization, there must be a blueprint. We already have that blueprint that each person is supposed to do. So we want to see Nigeria, where this vision started from, take the lead. And I tell you, with the quality of people we have on this team, I don't see any other body that we compare to us, because we are moving at such a fast pace. All the international project management boards, the least one of them is 50 years old. We are the youngest. But we believe that it's not about the age of Methuselah. The wisdom of Solomon can make a difference. So I'm going to shed light in the next 10 minutes on about a few things. Please, if we log out, if you are logged out, please log back in again. So let me, I believe we can all see my screens. If you can see my screen, can I get yes? Just to let me know. Can we see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. So progress reports. I'm pleased to announce to us that the Society of Project Management Europe is now fully registered. So as I speak to you now, we now have Society of Project Management United Kingdom. We have Society of Project Management United States. We have Society of Project Management in Europe now. And then, of course, Africa. And there are plans this year to move. The reason why we are strategizing is so that we can pull quality people and contacts from those regions to boost us. So we now have an international headquarters now based in Bloxwich, Warsaw, in the United Kingdom. We graciously got a place where an organization gave us a place to use as our international headquarters. That is where I operate from now. And we also have gotten license for our qualification. Just the same way you have PMP and you have Prince 2, we have now gotten our own qualification called CPP. We have also developed a new curriculum now to run our academy and many other things. So I will just run through a few of them. So for the international office, we are already working at getting an office. So we got a place where we are using. Now, the role of the international office is clearly identified. And that's why I'm hoping that those of you in the other regions, especially Nigeria, will do your part. Now, we said it 2 years ago, we want to get an international office. That is now a reality. We said we want to plant foreign chapters. Now, that is now a reality. We said we want to start securing global accreditations. Now that is a reality. We also said that we want to develop policies and guidelines for the organization. Now that is a reality. So from the international headquarters, we've done what we ought to do So the ball is no more in our court. It's now in the court of the various countries now to do their part. Now, what are some of the things we've done? I just mentioned for Europe, which is the most recent one, based in Dublin. This is the certificate of incorporation. So Society of Project Management has gone global. It's not the local organization that used to be in Nigeria. And these regions now we have for Europe, America, UK, and we are going into the East and Canada this year. By the special grace of God, we are going to Dubai and another Far East country. So, as the head of this organization, the country director, I've done my own parts to see this vision grow. Now, I've told you about, this is now the new logo of our CPP, our qualification. We have now been approved. The curriculum has now been developed 5 stages. We now also have developed what we call a practitioner route. This is not society. This means that if you want to be a professional in project management, Society of Project Management is the association. But we now have also a qualification. That is what we now call CPP. It's for now, because we observe that some people carry the name of society and members, and that's the end. They get their induction, they don't participate in anything. Now, we were recently asked to provide lists of those who are practicing, who are actually utilizing this, and we couldn't because most persons were not active, and that's what led us several years ago to now create a qualification. Now, with this qualification, it means that even though you are a Society of Project Management member for an association, if you want to be recognized as a practicing project manager, you now need to go through this practitioner route, where you will now get they go through the 5 stages and then get a qualification. And those stages also now have a professional practitioner membership for each of those stages. These are those who we will now call practitioners. Society of Project Management remains an association, but for you to have something to show that you are practicing as a project manager, that is what this has been done. And by the grace of God, I'm happy to announce to you that a full website has been developed with all the various stages and all the routes in the next few days. This to let you know that we have been working behind the scene, and you will get more details about that from this new month we are going to. So this is the trademark for our CPP Certified Project Practitioner, and it covers several routes and several professions that we now take charge of. So this CPP now has 5 stages where those who want to practice can now go through and now get the qualification called CPP. Initially, we gave once you finish your PPMC, you will get this stage, but it was now cancelled, and no, it's not enough to confirm that somebody is a professional. Hence, we had to apply. They asked us to review our curriculum, and that's exactly what we have done. So we've also now have for those who are going to want to be practitioners. This is not an association. This is like Nigerian Institute of Architects now. You know that they have a practicing part whereby you can use that qualification when you are practicing. This is what we have now developed. We now have different rules based on your qualification and the level you've gone in the curriculum. That is what we now determine what to do. So this is now going to be where, even when you are a member of Society of Project Management, you are a member of the association. But when you now want to be able to commit to say, I want to practice, you will have to go through this route so that people don't just take their membership and they will go and sit down for 1 year. We don't see them again until the next MCPE, because we believe that people should be able to practice. And I'm happy to tell you that we are now, at the moment now, we're about number 7 globally in terms of organizations that have developed a practice routes for project managers. And our goal is to be in the top 3. The list of these organizations we are contending with are 50 years old. The smallest of them all, 50. But we are determined to shape the practice of project management different, and we have done something that no other organization has. This is to let you know that we are putting efforts at our own end. So last year we have already developed, sorry, this is 25, but we already have developed the one for this year. We are going to be having international conferences across the globe. So what is the structure that we have now? We have an African regional head. We have governing board who oversees the activities in every state. We have a national secretariat. We have a country director. We have national directors, executive committees. We also have a cluster, which we call sector groups. So what are we supposed to, what is the focus for Nigeria? We intended to get a befitting office, and by the grace of God, I'm happy to tell you, we did a basic renovation in the old office. Is now more presentable than it used to be before. We also said that our goal this year is to induct strategic people as members and organizations as corporate ambassadors of our organization, so that if we have people in strategic places, it will be easier. We also said that we want to activate our professional sector groups. We already have them. So that it's not that you are just a member and for 12 months you are not doing anything. We expect you that in your professional sector group, every month you are presenting a seminar, you are learning, you are bringing professionals to speak to those in that sector. For instance, health sector, education sector. So even though you are a project manager, you now have a sector you belong to where you are always talking every month. The activities have been properly spelled out. We also have raised national directors and executive committee who have been given roles. All they need to do is to be able to work and do their work. We also have started partnering with strategic institutions, ICPC, INEC, Nigerian Army, Fiscal Responsibility Commission, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. We are building. So our goal this year is to get more strategic organizations partner with us. That will give us visibility. Another goal for this year is to develop the welfare of our members and then find how to fund this organization so that we will not be cash-strapped in pursuing our goals. So this is what we are proposed to do for 2026. And we have tried to give each person what they need to do. So we have the National Secretariat there, and we have now created a small place there where each of you can come, have your meetings there in Abuja, discuss your own plans in terms of you and your team member. We have a country director that is meant to supervise whatever is happening, and then the National Secretariat. So if you are not clear about what you are supposed to do, please, I'm going to start having one-on-one meeting with each of you so that in case you need further clarification, myself, the National Director, and maybe somebody from the board will join us, and maybe the president, to help you understand, so that in the next few days, you will be able to say, I know what I'm supposed to do. So the goal for this meeting is that, are you clear about what you're supposed to do? Have you been notified about your functions? I've just explained to you a goal, and we sent a brochure to everybody that had the goal for this year, that had the activities for this year, and I don't know how many of you have read it. So I want to appeal to us as I get ready to round up now, because the time, if we go off, please reconnect again with the same link, just in case I go off any moment from now. So this next 7 days, the goal is to make sure everybody knows what they are supposed to do. We sent out a brochure. Franca, did you send to everybody? Franca, please, can you confirm? Is Franca there? Please, can you all still hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Franca was meant to send the brochure. That brochure contains all our plans for this year, the goals for 2026, the activities we are having. So what are we supposed to do? Based on the different levels of leadership, if you're a national officer, we've spelled out a few things that all of you must do. We are going to be recruiting members, and we now say when we are recruiting new members, national officers will be part of that onboarding. Onboarding meeting is the meeting for those who are coming into the society. All of you will be given different times to join, so that as somebody is coming into the meeting, you will enlighten them. What else are you supposed to do as a national officer? You are supposed to organize national sensitization seminar to create awareness for the practice of project management in your environment. It can be a government agency, it can be a school, it can be a religious body, it can be a social club. But once a month, every national officer has to be out there. It might be to 5 or 10 persons. You are speaking to them. We already have a slide ready that has all the things you are supposed to say. We believe when we start going out there, we snap your picture, we put it on the social media, you will also share it. That is how they will come to know. So each of you, every month, beginning from March, you must have one seminar, at least one. Number 2, all of you who are national officers are meant to schedule and join courtesy visits. We want to meet all government agencies. We want to meet key stakeholders, senators, governors, National Assembly members, ministers, captains of industry. Nobody will reject a courtesy visit. But that courtesy visit gives us the opportunity to talk about who we are to media agencies. So all of you are supposed to do national sensitization once a month, courtesy visit in your locality where you can easily reach. You are also supposed to be involved in recruiting members. So every month now we have an induction ceremony. We have now a virtual induction.